Yo, salute. Knicks Real Talk. We in the building, man. About to get it popping. Good evening, everybody. I hope y'all glad to be here. I'm here, man. I got KJ. Event's going to be with me in a few minutes here in the background. We're just going to get it popping tonight, man. Break everything down. New York Knicks, we got a game tomorrow night against the Detroit Pistons. We're going to get into all that and all that good stuff, man. But, we're going to get into it, man. 8 days coming up, man. It's about that time to get ready for the regular season. I'm psyched. I'm geeked like everybody else, amped up, man. Just waiting, man. Anticipating waiting for this thing to get popping, man, and all that good stuff. So it's really gonna be fun, man. We're gonna get into it tonight. Like I said, I got my man KJ. Hopefully, CT from the streets of Buzzer, my brother, be in the building, and we're gonna get into it. But other than that, man, I'm gonna hold it down. So first and foremost, salute to everybody out there. I hope y'all doing good. Y'all had a great day. Y'all doing well. Everything is good with y'all, man. Y'all here tonight with me, man, about to get it popping, so we're going to talk some Knicks, man. Salute to Jet Life already in the chat. Shout power, salute to you. The chat going to be up in here with us tonight. We just going to get it popping tonight, man. And first and foremost, let me bring in my brother, man, real quick, man. KJ is in the building. KJ, what it do, my brother?
Devon, salute.
Yes,
salute. Is we about a week and 1 day away to Knicks' first game of the year. We are ready. We excited. And we here to talk to the Knicks basketball tonight, Devon.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We're going to get into it. We're going to cut everything up Knicks, man. I'm truly excited as well, man. Like I said, we got a game tomorrow against Detroit Pistons at the world most famous arena tomorrow at 7:30. We're going to get into all that, man. But so far, so good in the preseason, man. Undefeated, scoring pretty well with the basketball. 121 average a game, 3-point ball looks sick. The Knicks just playing some good basketball right now, and I can't wait till the season start, man. We're gonna be up in the house on the 20th, man, against Boston. I know me and you gonna be up in there representing Knicks Real Talking KJ events. We're gonna be in there, man. We're gonna have some fun with this thing, man. I'm super excited, man. I really am, man, because it's been a long but fast, season. The season, the summer went pretty fast. You know what I mean? But you know what? We got 8 days, man. In this here, man. So we get to see the team in regular season form. Where all the games count on the stat sheet, on the record sheet, everything. So hopefully we have a great season, man, and we continue doing what we're doing in the preseason. Let it translate over to the regular season. If it translates over to the regular season, AJ, the Knicks going to be a good team this year for sure.
You know what? I second that, Devon. I believe this team is going to go very far. The consistency is there. These guys want to play together. The culture has been built since last year. And as long as we got that culture building, it makes everybody going to work much harder. And, on the 20th, we're going to see all the hard work that they put in the offseason is going to come to fruition. And Knicks are going to be a scary team this year. And we expect big things this year from a fan base, as opposed to other years where, we didn't know what the team was going to be. Now they have an identity. So the expectations is much higher. So it's just excitement, and I definitely can't wait. So let's get it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I second that, man. They know what they stand for. They know the defense is first and foremost the first thing that takes place when you come to the Romo Field first agreement to play the Knicks. Tom Thibodeau and that coaching staff relies straight on the defense first. That's what they stand on. That's what they go by. Then now with the offense upgrade that we had this year, bringing in Fournier, bringing in Kemba Walker. Hopefully getting Mitchell Robinson back. We got some good rookies coming down the pipe that's here now. McBride, Grimes, Sims. Obviously, Rokas is overseas, so hopefully next year he can get here. But I like the way we got guys there who still got capability like Bacon, Sims, KJ Walker, and we just actually brought back my man from last year. And I get into that on the banner real quick. Let's throw that up. For all you didn't know, let's get into the Knick news right quick, and we'll break that down right quick. Pretty much, not a lot of news out there, but for what's out there, we'll put it up there. And right now, the Knicks, they brought back Miles Powell. They bring back Miles Powell. They let Tyler Hall go. Miles Powell, he came undrafted to us last year. He played. I like his game, man. He got a little dog in him, but he had a little, coming out of Seton Hall. 17 a game, good score. He could do things with the basketball, and but he went through a little thing. I think he had a situation where he was kind of suing Seton Hall because of a misdiagnosis of an injury and all that stuff. He was in the G League last year. The Knicks let him go, but they brought him back. So maybe they're going to give him another opportunity because I think they made him part of the 20-man roster. From what I hear, he's going to be fighting for that 45, that two-way contract. Excuse me. So he's gonna be fighting for that. You know what I mean? We'll see how that goes. But Miles Powell can get down though. I like when he was at Seton Hall, he was nice with his. I mean, you know more than I do. You right there. You know what I mean? But Miles Powell, KJ, he got a chance to make that because we like the wing position. You know, we guard heavy still, but he got a chance.
Let me tell you something about Miles Powell. I seen the man play so many times at Seton Hall. 2019, 2020, Big East Player of the Year. Like Devon, you said, average 17 points per game. Can shoot, is a lethal shooter. The defense was a little itchy, but you're definitely right about the whole Seton Hall situation. Something going on there, and then he was hurt last year. The Knicks had him. Then he went to Milwaukee. Then he had surgery. So I thought last year, I thought he was going to make this team over quickly just because I seen so much of this guy. And I believe that, he brought so many tangibles to this team. But when I've seen Quickly play and then compared to him, I was like, you know what? I don't know if he was ready. But obviously it was some things going on where Seton Hall brought him back too early. Now he has a chance. And also he played in Westchester and averaged his season high with Westchester was 24 points one time. He's actually doing pretty good. So another guy that we have to watch out for is him. Like I was big on Miles Powell coming here last year. Now he has another opportunity. Obviously, he's going to go to Westchester, but you never know what can happen. I'm rooting for the young man because I seen this guy play in college, and I know what he could do. The dog he has from New Jersey, Trenton, New Jersey, has the fight of him, and a New York City kid, and can play with the best of them. So kudos to the Knicks bringing him back, Miles Powell.
Yeah, I agree, man. I'm glad that he's getting the second chance. Nigel Smith, my brother, welcome from across the border to Jamaica. Salute, Nigel. I'm really glad that he's back, man. Get an opportunity because he kind of reminds me like a high power offensive McBride. You know what I mean? In a sense, you know what I mean. He can when Miles Powell get hot, but when Miles Powell get hot, he can light it up. You know what I mean? He could really light that ball up. So hopefully he go in here and he got a second chance to make a difference, man. And if he do, I think it bodes well for New York, man. So I'm hoping that he really get a chance to come out here and shine on that level. On some other news, obviously Nerlens Noel, you know what I mean? He preseason absence more of a hamstring injury than a knee. First of it was the rest. Now Noel won't fully commit to Wednesday versus Detroit is not a bad thing. Thibs just not taking a chance, just getting a chance, to look closer at center Jericho Sims, which is all good. And I got my man, my brother from another mother, other partner in crime along with the Knicks Real Talk family. And you already know, man, when you hear that noise, that means the streets is buzzing for sure. So without further ado, let's bring in my man, CT. What's up, my brother?
Salute, Divine, KJ, chat, Knicks Real Talk, fam, we in the building, streets are buzzing.
Yes, indeed. How you doing today, fam?
Hey, feeling good.
Good.
I'm on vacation
today. Man, let the party begin. Good, let the party begin, and the rest too. So yeah, man, we just bringing out some Knicks news. We talked about obviously they brought back Miles Powell and let Tyler Hall go. And which was a good thing. I like Miles Powell, man. I thought he was gonna KJ said CT. I thought he was gonna make this team last year. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, Quickly came and did what he had to do, and so it's understandable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts. Hey, they're doing good deeds, left, right, and center. I think their aim is to give a few guys, training camp deals. Give them some money, and then send them to Westchester.
Yep, absolutely, and I do think he should go well. Wow, and Shy Power said, if I'm not mistaken, 2 Boston players the Alpha Cobra Protocol. Yeah, we're gonna check that out. Good looking, Shy. We'll check and see how that is, man. And my man Jarvis, salute my brother. But you know what it is. We got my man Jarvis in the building. Jarvis, we'll open up the panel if you want to get on later and all that good stuff. So good to have you tonight, man. Real talk. Yeah, man. But yeah, you know what? I'm excited about Miles Powell. So let's see how that works. I hope he get to stick this time, and maybe he could bring something to the Westchester team. And if we can make that 2-way deal, then he get up here and it'd be a situational player. But it's gonna be tough, man, because we got some players who fighting to get here, man. So we'll see how that goes, man. But other than that, man, we got the game against Detroit tomorrow night, 7:30 at the world most famous arena. And we're going to break down all that good stuff as well, man. And we're going to get into Tom Thibodeau interview. We got some RJ Barrett interviews. We're going to get into all that, man. But like I said, I'm going to put up something, man, because it's pretty cool. Feel good about it. And I can't wait because it's almost that time, fellas. It really is. It's almost that time for us to get in Knick mode, truly in the Knick mode. And just, and get ready to enjoy the season, man. So I'm looking forward to it. And real quick, and y'all know what I'm talking about right here. 8 days and counting, fellas. 8 days. We got 8 days and counting before the Knicks get in the building. I can't wait. I'm excited. It's like, man, the days is counting, y'all. We're going to get in here and we're going to get it popping in New York, man. So I'm happy about that, man. We about to get back into it for the regular season, man. You know what? And let's go. Let's go, man. How y'all guys feeling about the 8 days, man? I know it's anticipating and waiting, but how y'all feeling?
Excited, anxious, and really to see what team we have out there full. I want to see our full team out there, being that some people are coming back. And it's exciting because we've seen this team in preseason and we're seeing what they're doing in preseason. First game, they're going to be very, very high powered. The anticipation of getting out there is just seeing everybody play. Who's going to play, who's not going to play. That's pretty much the big thing right now. Is some of these rookies going to get a chance to play or not? So I'm just excited, anxious, really to get started.
Yeah, absolutely. CT, man, I know. You got the NBA League Pass over there, Australia on full blast right now. I know you can't wait.
Yeah, facts. Hey, another season that brings another season of hope, season of optimism, excitement. Everything, 82 games now. We haven't had a full season for what, 24 months, fellas. Chat.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I've got my finger on the pulse, on looking at the odds every day. Let's get it popping.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, some big news. I'll let you touch on a few protocol things from Boston's side of things.
Yeah. Thanks to I think Shaw put that in there. Said Boston got 2 guys out on protocol. I think one of them is Jaylen Brown. I'm not sure who the other one is. If you're aware of it, man. Al Horford.
Yeah, today.
Oh wow.
So he's definitely not going to be able to play then.
Yeah, he's COVID positive. They confirmed. So
wow.
They, hope he's well.
Yeah, absolutely. Hope we get a speedy recovery, man. You know what I mean? But hey. Like I said, that thing is serious, man. Hopefully everybody just safe with it, man. You know what I mean? To each his own how you get down with it. But let's hope you be safe. That's all. Protect yourself. Be careful. You know what I mean? Because it's out there. Allah wise, peace to the guy here in the building. Like I said, Jarvis and Boost Mobile in the building. Jarvis in the building with us, man. We in here getting busy, man. We got Nigel Smith in the building, man. Jet for life in the house. So salute to everybody, man. We in here tonight, man, on this beautiful Tuesday night, October the 12th, man. I got the panel in here. I got my cream dream team with me, man. We just talking Knicks, man. You already know what it is. But yeah, real quick, man, we got Detroit tomorrow night, man. We're going to get into that. And we're going to break that down, man. And then we're going to get into the Detroit thing before the rest of the news and notes, man. Like I said, we know Mitchell Robinson's almost back pretty soon to get a little bit more physical. He playing, get a little bit more running in there, getting a little contact in, which is good. So we'll see, man. And it'll be pretty soon. I got a feeling he's going to be back at least before the 10th game of the season. I don't think he's going to be out that long. I would like to crack the rotation. I would like to be able to play at the beginning. But, if not, then I know he won't be too far off. And I'm thank God that because we want our boy back up in here, man. Mitchell Robinson is going to play a big part of what we're trying to do in New York City in the Mecca this year. And he's going to really, really bode well with that front line with him and Noel, just holding us down defensively. So I can't wait till he get back. And so we got Detroit coming up, man. Let's go ahead and get into with the Detroit Pistons and New York Knicks tomorrow. Not tonight. They're going to be there at the World Most Famous Arena, like I said, 7:30 tomorrow night. They just going to get it popping, man. We're going to run up in there. I think that should be a pretty easy game for us, KJ, because they got a lot of injuries, and I'll put that up in a minute. But I think that should be an easy game for us.
Yeah, a lot of injuries out there. I know you're going to touch on it soon. But I really want to see now some of these young guys bearing their injuries. I still think Thibs is going to go with the starters, being that Noel is coming back. So he might play in the first quarter, first half maybe. And then go a lot. Now, we really want to see a lot of Jericho Sims, being that Mitch might not be here. I really want to see what he's going to do, and also I want to see Knox. I want to see consistency from him. I think that's very important that we see a lot of him too as well. At least some of these guys that's going to be playing in this rotation, we need to establish a rotation right now. So these next 2 preseason games, we need to see rotational players playing, and hopefully maybe some of the young guys like Grimes and McBride.
Yeah, CT, man. I hope we follow what KJ just said, man. There's no reason to even put a lot of our starters out there tomorrow full time, knowing that Detroit is depleted. They are depleted. As soon as you finish speaking, I'll throw it up there. Those cats are truly depleted for sure.
Yeah, I was stunned when I saw the report, and can't wait for you to pull it up, let everyone know. But yeah, when you'll know. There's no point playing any of our vets in this game. Absolutely no point. You know, I mean, you're talking about our starters going up against their third squad.
Right
now. I mean, they're looking like they struggle to field a squad right now.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let me throw it up there, man, guys. Let me throw up the injury report for you guys, and let you see what they got there, because it is depleted. And there it is. Their team is Zaire Williamson questionable, Sadiq Bey questionable, Cade Cunningham out, Jared Cunningham out, Diallo Palabo, Killian Hayes out, Isaiah Livers out, Magruder questionable, Smith is out, Cassius Stanley is out, and Derek Walton Jr. is out. For us, Nerlens Noel and Mitchell Robinson is out. Nerlens Noel is questionable. But man, their team is truly depleted. There's no reason for the Knicks to go in there and play all our starters heavy against that. It's just not even worth it. I understand what we got to do to get in the rhythm and get ready for the first game of the season. But truly, you ask me, I just like to see them guys just, if they're gonna let the starters play, go in there for 5-10 minutes, whatever. You know what I mean? But after that, man, get them up out of there, because it's not even worth risking the injury and nothing like that. And no disrespect to the Detroit Pistons, but they are totally depleted. So I don't even see a reason why KD we should even risk that chance of doing that. I think we should just go a roll of what we're gonna do. Let McBride, Sims, Knox, Obi, quickly, all of them guys just get a little bit more burn, man, just to give them a little bit more experience, and energy and repetition going into the first game of the season.
Right, it's absolutely agreed. Now the question is, would Thibs do it? And I honestly don't think. I still think Thibs is going to start everybody, at least for like the first quarter, and bring those guys in just to keep the momentum going, and then let those guys fizzle out, and then bring in the other guys. Would I like to see the young guys start in the second unit, such as Quickly, Sims, Grimes, McBride? I would love to see that in the beginning, and them guys go through the first half along with the Knox and everybody else. But I just don't believe Thibs is not his pedigree to do that. I think his pedigree is just to show people that no matter what, it's 5-on-5 basketball. It doesn't matter the names on your backs. We're coming with our strongest 5. You come with your strongest 5. It's any given 5-on-5, just like a street basketball game. It didn't matter who you playing. A guy could be 5'6", such as myself, against a 6'5" guy. I might have to be that guy. It didn't matter. So I think Thibs has that mentality to say, you know what, hey, it is what it is. But I would love to see the young guys play a lot.
Yeah, absolutely, CT. I second that, man. Just go in there and let the kids get that burn, man, and and get better. You know what I mean? Every game is going to be important for them. So when they don't have that much time in the regular season, because they're not in the rotation, at least it gives them a feel of having going up against that NBA competition. So I do like to see them young guys get it tomorrow.
Yeah, facts. This is what we've all been craving for, a whole game, or potentially a third of a game of all the young fellas, just seeing what they can do. And the thing is, they're not even going up against our, their best young players. They're going to be depleted, like you showed. So hey, we got nothing to lose. Just play McBride, Grimes, Knox, Bacon, Miles Powell, Jericho Sims, everything.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, just go on and play them young guys, man, and let them just do their thing, because like I said, it's going to be important that we be careful with this one. we really got to be careful with this one, because these one of them games that's where that stuff happened. Like Derrick Rose, it's basketball and it happens. But man, he almost got his egg. What happened to him the other night? So that's just a telltale sign that we just don't need to worry about putting them dudes in there. And I think Thibs, he's going to do what he's going to do, but hopefully he realized that it's not really that serious. We just need to don't even do it. So let's get into the coach, man. Let's talk about what the coach. Let's see what the coach thinking about. We go over him in practice today. For the most part, let's see what Thibs was talking about and what's on his mind. And and then we cut it up
Sports
after
fans,
that.
gear up at NBAstore.com with officially licensed fan gear for every team and all the players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer.
Hey guys, you think ACT? You think Miles Powell really gonna play tomorrow? I would love to see it.
Traveling around and visiting teams, so it's great to see him. I think I did it when I was out, so you have time and gives you an opportunity to go around and visit with different people that He was Johnny's coach, Johnny Brandt's coach in college, so it's great for those two guys to connect as well. Probably a couple of days. He's got a lot on his plate right now.
Is there a difference in your messaging when you're approaching season 2, or is it the same as it was at the start?
Well, I think it's important in any season that you lay out your plan at the beginning of the year. Your first meeting is critical, and you have to start at a zero base. So what happened last year was last year. Really has nothing to do with this year, and then you got to start all over, and you build your foundation first with your fundamentals on both offense and defense, and you try to establish how you're going to practice, how you're going to play, and how you're going to approach things. And I think the work part, the togetherness, teamwork, understanding all that goes into winning, that's something that you build each and every day. But you start all over each season. It doesn't matter whether you finished in last or you finished first. The next year, it's a new year. We'll see how he feels. He went through practice today, did well. See how he feels in the morning, and then take a look at it after the shoot around.
When Pete comes back, how do you handle assuming you keep ties in the rotation? How do you handle Jericho Sims? I mean, he played well. Do you still try to get him minutes, or how do you handle it?
We'll see how it unfolds. And the idea you're trying to find that balance of getting your rotation set for the regular season, and that part of with the change in preseason games going from 8 to 4, there's a shorter amount of time. So the main thing is to make sure when the ball goes up on the 20th, you're ready for that day.
All right, guys, that was 2 minutes and 39 seconds of his interview. I'll go over the rest of it sporadically. But he talked about he met Jim Boylen was in the facility. KJ, y'all know Jim Boylen coached the Chicago Bulls as an intern when I forgot the coach name. Holenberg got fired down there, and but he had it pretty tough with Chicago, man. They wasn't buying into him, not Zach LaVine, none of them, because he's a defense-minded coach. He's really defense-minded. It was just a mess when he was there, but he's a good defense-minded coach. But like Thibs said, he just kind of going around the league, doing what Thibs did when you're not hired, just kind of learning the NBA, looking at people's play. So they had a picture of him, Scott Perry, Scott Perry, Thibs, and Leon Rose in the facility at the practice facility talking today. So I don't think it's nothing going to happen with that. He just was making his rounds because he pretty much good with Johnny Bryant as well. But you never know. He's a good defense-minded coach, but I don't think nothing going to come of that. KJ, I think he just was traveling around, and then he said like Nerlens Noel, I think he don't need to come back tomorrow, but he can probably. But I don't think there's no need to even put him out there and just let him go ahead and do what he do, KJ, and just them chill for the first and foremost. And then he talked about it. You know, they're gonna be different than last season. This is not the same thing like last year. I'm glad that he put that out there because this is not gonna be the same type of style, same type of play. They're gonna be in a different mindset, more heavy 3-point shooting, rim runs and everything, and you know, driving kicks, et cetera, et cetera. So I just think that he touched on that real quick in that first 2 minutes of the interview.
Right, and I just believe that he basically said, you know, he's still fine-tuning these guys up, and being that it was 8 previous year, preseason only have 4, they have to get their motors running, and that's why I was going to believe me to say, you know what, the Knicks are going with their starting 5 tomorrow. If Noel is back, they're going to go with Noel just to see what he can do out there, just to get a little run, to see what happens. So we got to prepare for it now. Maybe not as much minutes as they've been getting because of Detroit's not having everybody they should have. But then again, we don't know. Thibs just said it. He wants to really fine-tune these guys, and I'm okay with that. But it's also a little scary because we don't want to get a knick-knack injury, sort of like what Rose got, and then, you know, we only a week away. So then again, it's going to come to coaching. This guy was a coach of the year in the NBA, which is a great milestone for us. But we also, as a fan, we don't want to get these guys hurt before the season starts. You know, so it has to be coaching. Like we trust in Thibs, the coach, so we have to trust that he's going to do the right thing tomorrow, and the coaching staff is going to let him know. We don't need any yes men. I don't think there's any yes men on this coaching staff. Mm-hmm. So if Johnny Bryan got to step in and say, look, Thibs, shut him down, we expect that from a fan base out of these coaches. You have to tell your coach it's not it. Like I said, like CT said, let's try Miles Powell. Let's try McBride out. So I just think it's a lot of fine tuning still has to be done. But for the most part, these guys are going to get played tomorrow. That hasn't been playing a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, CT, he touched on something like he said, like obviously this is a different year from last year. You know, they're going to be playing a different style of basketball pretty much. So I was glad to hear him say that because it is different from last year. I mean, they're going to be doing things different, man. They got a little bit more talent. You know, overall, what do you think about, you know, as far as touching bases on that? Because I think that was important to let the fan base know that, hey, this ain't the same Knicks from last year, same player, but different style.
Yeah, and I like how he gives credit to the other players, you know, as well, you know, but in a good way, letting us know that they're happy, they're comfortable with the moves they made, they're happy with the additions, the upgrades, you know, and for a particular reason, you know, he specified putting the ball on the floor, you know, shot creation, all of that. You know, you need that in the playoffs. So I think I'm liking, you know, his quiet confidence. The slights, we're all used to that. You know, no one's giving us any chance. No one's putting us up there. Same as last year. We shocked the world, and we'll do it again. You know, this squad's really deep. We're also in a great position to pull off a trade. You know, a blockbuster trade. Think about it, fellas. If we're sitting around 3rd, 4th by the trade deadline, and some disgruntled star says, "Hey, New York's popping," you know, I think I can put them over the top. I think we can make a deep run if I go there. Then look for those rumors to be swirling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Scared, CT. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, you good?
Yeah,
go ahead, KJ.
Nah, the second what CT is saying, CT is absolutely right. And we talked about this before. We have to we grown with these guys that we love, but when it's time for these guys to go, we have to let them go. And right now, everybody's buying. We took the NBA by notice right now. New York stock is very high right now. So, you know, when you buy high, everybody's going to want to buy into it. And guess what? They're going to offer the Knicks any and everything as the roles are going to be reversed now. It's not us giving up everything. We're not giving those $100 million contract up unless you're not investing into this team like Randall is. Everybody has. We're going to get back whatever we want now. We don't have to really negotiate. It's like, you see what we did. We have culture building. So what NBA star would not want to come here now? I don't think we hear any stories of players not wanting to come here anymore. We have turned this around within the last 2 years where everybody was talking about going to Brooklyn. The times have changed. Everybody's talking about now I want to come to New York City. They might not say it out loud, but they're talking quietly. And I think this year is a big year for us because if we can prove that we could somewhat improve in everything we do and make it out the first round, a star is coming here next year, fellas. We just don't know what star it is.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely in a good place, and I think that's going to be one of the major keys. Is that's why I want to hope we go into the season healthy. Because there's a lot of things happening. You look at the Kyrie Irving situation. You look at Boston with them cats, the way they get the COVID situation. It's like, everybody going to go through that. We just want to make sure we not the team that's going to be going through that. At least we know that all our players are vaccinated, so the chances are slim of getting COVID and all that good stuff. They follow the protocol. They follow the mandate. Knicks going to have a full team in the building, coaching staff, and everybody. So that's really good. We just got to hope that everybody stay healthy physically on the court. And if we do, I think we can really be special this year. But I think we got a lot to offer, so we'll see how this thing go, man. And let's get some more in the Thibs interview and see what else he was talking about, and then we'll come back at another segment.
And so, in the way it's unfolded with injuries or guys missing for personal reasons, it's good because it gives you an opportunity to take a look at different guys, getting the opportunity to look at Jericho, getting the opportunity to look at Kevin. Those are all pluses. Over the course of the season that you need everybody. So you want to see where they're at. You want to make sure that they understand their role and how they fit in. And then a lot of things happen over the course of the season. And I think you have to have a strategy for everything. So if you have injury, how do you approach that? If you have foul trouble, how do you approach that? If you're playing from a deficit, how do you approach that? If you're playing with the lead, how do you? So you want to take advantage of what everyone's strengths are. And you cover up their weaknesses, and you want the team to understand that. I love RJ. He has a lot of pride. He's put a lot of extra time in. Comes in at night. He's really improved, I think, as a practice player, and just his understanding of the NBA game. He comes in each day with a very upbeat, positive attitude, and he's a very good worker, and so he's going to benefit from that. And those were all the things that Coach K told me about him prior to me getting here. So I knew the type of person we were getting. And then, once you get to spend time with him and see who he is as a person, a worker, as a competitor, those type of guys usually continue to get better.
The addition of Kevin Evans, does it change what he does on the floor at all?
No, not really. I think, and that's the challenge. The challenge for your best players is to bring the best out of each other, not just themselves. And so I think their experiences can help RJ. They've been through a lot of things. And so, they're sharing with each other, the different things they've been through. We have really good veteran leadership. And I think that's a huge positive. And I think when you look at RJ's age and see the way he's worked and what he's done, I think the sky's the limit for him. He just has to continue to grow, challenge himself each day, come in with ready to practice, to learn, to grow, to get better. And that's usually what he does every day.
Yeah, man, that's Thibs talking about RJ, talking about the what they doing with the rotation and everything like that. But KJ, I'm glad to hear him talk about RJ like that, man, because I just think this cat is on the cusp of being a really good NBA player. And I think going into the third year, I think this is where he's going to take off for sure.
You know what? Looking at that clip, guys, it just reminds me of all the Knicks coaches we had before Thibs got here, with the exception of Mike Woodson. And you see, I can use Mike Woodson in this case because, your experience is your best teacher. I'll never forget a guy always told me, in life, you find yourself an older gentleman and you talk to that older gentleman because they've been through life experience. So I'm happy that the coach we have, because this guy is experienced. He's older. Mike Woodson was older, and you see what Mike Woodson did to that team. And if you look at all the other coaches we had in between him, and now Jeff Hornacek's a little older, but he wasn't experienced as Thibs was, as Mike Woodson was, as far as coaching. So I say that to say, look what Thibs is building with these players. These people are these players are believing in him, they're trusting him, and they're learning and they're listening. And not only are they not doing it for themselves, they're passing it down to their peers. And that's the type of culture that Thibs has built right now. So, kudos to the organization for hiring an older coach that finally gets it. And this is why we have success right now.
Yeah, CT, I agree with him, man. Thibs, when we first heard that Thibs was coming here, I was excited, man. But to have him here and to have the tutelage under the tutelage of him and these young guys, I think they're gonna be fine, man. Because he's a developer type of guy. He's about the business. He's strictly about the business. He's about the business. He's about the sports. He's about basketball. He that's why he's one of the best coaches around, because he really takes pride in what he do as a coach. I think him giving RJ the props like that, I know that gotta feel good to RJ, CT.
Absolutely. Hey, KJ, spot on. It's all part of his journey. Like you said, he's come full circle. Had a great start, great career with the Bulls. There was a squad devoid of some certain talent, in certain areas, going up against LeBron. He's wiser for the failures in Minnesota. Also, let's not underestimate the journey he took when he went to Golden State. When he was out of the league, he went to Miami. I think he went to some other teams to see how they were doing things. Trying to evolve, trying to learn, and you only need to look no further than his lifestyle. He's dedicated his whole life to this game to succeed. He doesn't have any wife, any partner, any children. All he wants to do is just succeed at this. This would make his life complete to him.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think this is the journey where he wanted to get to that ring. I think Thibs wanted to close his book on a beautiful note. Win a ring in a place where he wanted to be, where basically almost where he's from, another state over in Connecticut. Coach the Knicks as an assistant coach back in the days. I mean, I really think this man really, really want to win here. You know what I mean? And I think he's really looking to do that, man. And I really believe he's gonna do that here. That's why I do believe Thibs. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say I do think Knicks win the ring under Thibs. He's been in this league to get this to this point. Excuse me. This is why he came here. He got a chance to win a ring and go down in history as one of the best. As ever coach in a Knicks uniform, but the only one did it was Red Holzman. You know what I mean? No other coach that in New York City bought us a ring but Red Holzman. If Thibs get to do that, man, he's gonna go down as, I don't care where he go in New York, he good. You know what I mean? He good. He could go in any store, anywhere, do anything, he good. But the man is a coach. I respect him, and I respect what he got going on with RJ and that team. And them guys love to play with him. And much as we hear all the stuff out in the media about him, see, it's crazy because when you get inside that practice facility and that team, it's total opposite. You know what I mean? And I just think that's how it goes sometimes when you're in the media capital of the world. People just throw out everything. But I love Thibs as a coach. When I heard we first were getting them, and I said, you can go back and check the videotape. I said 36 wins that year. I like Thibs, we won 21 games. I like Thibs would turn this thing around in a heartbeat, because this ain't new to him. Everywhere he go, he was a winner. And he took what little bit we had, in RJ and Randall, and turned that team into a 41-win team, and bringing in Derrick Rose. And salute to my man Will's in the building. Will Shankin, salute. Let me shout out the chat real quick, man. Shaw Powers in the building. Will in the building. Allah Wise, Piece of the God, Boost Mobile. Jay Giant in the building. You already know, man. Salute to all you guys up in here, man. Y'all keep bringing it and bring me your thoughts, and we gonna get it popping. Jabbar Jet for Life was up in here, man. Everybody, man. So we here, man. We tonight with the CT, the streets of buzzing. We got KJ, but yeah, man. I'm happy about with RJ Barrett's maturation. I can see him being borderline offside this year, man. I really can. Esco in the building. Esco 12, salute. So I really could see him having the opportunity to get up in that all-star and that nod. It's going to be tough because the East is deep. You know what I mean? At that position that he's at. But the way the Knicks is playing basketball, I think he does have a better year. So I do think you never know what the numbers might be like if they put up the numbers they put up in regular season. Speaking of RJ Barrett, man, let's hear what RJ Barrett talking about, and and see what's going on with him and everything like that. We'll get into that. And
sports fans, gear up at NBAstore.com with officially licensed fan gear for every.
But yeah, man, I'm excited about RJ Barrett, man. I can't wait to see how I pop with him. I think he's gonna be special for sure. Here we go, right here, guys. Let's throw him up there and let's see what RJ Barrett got to talk about.
The game, trying to take good shots, for the most part, as much as I can, because we have a team that we have a lot of shooters, we have a lot of great, players. So just to be able to read the game and we all moving the ball and flowing and getting wide open shots.
And before last season, you said you kind of tweaked your shooting form a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Have you kept it the same now? Or?
Yeah, over the summer, kept it the same, just kept getting reps and reps.
So you sort of touched on it there, but with the other guys you guys had, and it's been talked about what the next level you're going to hit. Do you find yourself not having to do as much because they're here, but we're doing more? Or...
it's been fun so far. Is what I would say. It definitely having those guys out there, it's going to force the defense to play, a different way, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's been cool so far, so we'll see how it goes once the season starts.
I think the 2 games you attempted those threes on the team, is that kind of just a factor of that those guys are driving, kicking to you?
Oh yeah, for sure. When you have Kemba Walker driving the ball, people are going to pay attention. You have Julius or Evan driving the ball, people are going to pay attention, and then oftentimes, they're just going to leave me out there. So.
How much stronger do you feel now?
Yeah, no, I feel good. I was able to really work on my body during the summer, and so I'm feeling good. I'm feeling strong. Put on a little bit of weight, so I'm feeling good.
Is there any difference in year two to Thibs' approach or his messaging knowledge and tech, or is it the same as it was last year?
It's always defense first. We always got to play defense. That's what's really going to make us at the end of the day and help us get to the level that we want to get to. And then just sharing the ball, moving the ball, playing together, getting wide open threes.
When you look around some teams in your division, obviously have some controversial things going on right now. You guys, 2 very convincing wins, and everything seems right. You kind of feel that you guys are a little under the radar, just doing your thing.
Doesn't matter. We're all about the Knicks. We're all about the Knicks. The Knicks will never be an under the radar team. We just focus on improving and getting better every day.
They brought in basketball this year. Any difference or adjustment?
Kind of used it all summer, so definitely used to it by now. So not really a problem. Yeah, we had them here, so we just all were using them.
You mentioned just getting better at reads. That's kind of the biggest thing for you over the last 2 years. What are the reads that have gotten for you to learn?
Definitely when I'm driving to the basket. If the wing is open or if the big comes up, just making the right plays and in those scenarios, and watched a lot of film, practicing it, so I think he'll be good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think him and Mitchell must be working out together. That boy look rolling, I'm serious. It's huge, but yeah, I like his mindset, man. CT, he ready to go in here and do this thing, man. This is a big year for RJ Barrett. It really is, man. I'm just hoping that him and Julius Randle have that longevity like Chris Middleton and Giannis. You know what I mean? Played together, for a long time and developed that chemistry and that camaraderie together. And them two became the backbone of that Milwaukee team. Then you brought in a guy like Drew Holiday. That's what I'm hoping, that RJ become that guy that's right next to Randle, and them both just take this franchise, keep moving them forward. And then we add a piece here and there to get us over the top. You know what I mean? And I think that's what it's starting to look to me. It look like right now, CT, that we got them 2 guys that's going to be our main guy. Now you got Kemba and Fournier and them guys. Then, like you said, you never know what happens at the trade deadline. You never know what happens with a Grestano player. And then I think you add them with that group right there, and I think you got something special the way they're playing so far. Anyway.
Real talk. And he's on his way to be a star in this league. I said 1 year ago, RJ's swing skill was his shooting ability. What KJ and Divine, chat, what have we seen in 1 year? His shooting's gone from even just at the free throw line. At the free throw line, he was shooting something like 65, 70%. He's got that all the way up to 75 or more, late 70s. And then the 3-point shootings come leaps and bounds to the point where he's, the knock on him was that he would never be a good shooter, but now he's a good shooter already from what we're seeing. So, hey, the sky's the limit. And the way he was locking up Bradley Beal, we're looking at a two-way monster right now. Good size, good rebounding. All you got to do is just keep tuning that handle, keep tightening that handle, and then he'll be close to unstoppable.
Yeah, absolutely. KJ, man, what do you think? I think the young man's on the cusp of being really good in this league. And like I said, he's putting in the work, and the proof of this in the work. You put the work in, I think you get the results, and I think he's going to get the results this year from all the work that he put in the last couple of years.
Expect a breakout year from RJ. I think RJ's a throwback player. He's just a player that's in the game. That you look one time he got 5 points, next thing you know he got 20 points. You're like, where did it come from? He's one of those type players, and a player like a two-way player, can defend and can shoot. His shot, the way he's shooting now, is more consistent. He worked. You could tell he worked on his shot big time.
Gear up at NBAstore.com.
I don't think his defense gets enough credit. And CT, like, he's one of those players that can pick you up full court. And we want to see him go right a lot more. He goes left a lot. They can call it he's going left. This year, he can go right too. He has a right hand. So expect he's a throwback player, a player that people are not looking for. But once he gets going, and he said it in his interview, it's going to be a lot. He's so happy he has Kemba. He's almost going to be the forgotten guy out there, if you think about it, right? Mm-hmm. People are like, we got the RJ now too, because you're not thinking of RJ as a second-tier elite scorer, which we know he can be. So just to have that weaponry out there along with Fournier, Randall, and Kemba, that dynamic may be hard to start. We keep talking about stars. We may have our stars right now. We're developing a star right now in our own eyes that we have a star right now in Barrett, possibly. If he has a breakout this year, the man become a star. He could be our possible second all-star along with Julius this year. So let's see what happens. But I'm excited about the year he's going to have. And he has a guard. The key is a guard that can get him the ball. And multiple, not just one guard. You have multiple guards that can dish, create their own shot. It's not always going to throw the shot up, but looking to pass them in that corner 3-point shot.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the big thing to me. You hit the nail right on the head when you said he got better players around him, better guards. You know what? And I think that's so important, that knowing that when you got better players around you, better things happen. I guarantee you his numbers go up. All them guys' numbers go up. Proof is in the pudding already so far in preseason. Knowing that you getting Evan Fournier, Kemba Walker to pass you the ball in certain spots in certain areas, or you passing the ball to them in certain areas. You know what I mean? Now your assist's gonna go up. You know what I mean? You're gonna get better shot selection. You're gonna get better looks. You know what I mean? Because you got better players there, better talent. So I do think with RJ and Randall having them two guys come in there, it's just going to be different for him. You know what I mean? You see the man that got bigger. He always put in the work. And when I see that video of him and when I did a little the RJ Barrett different levels video, at the end of that video when you see him going up against Jason Tatum and Bradley Beal in that practice gym, when I seen him come down court and pull up at that top of the key with that three, I knew it was here. I was like, here. I was like, when he pulled up at the top of the key with no hesitation in that video, I'm like, okay, this is what you're gonna see. This is the work he's been putting in. And you look, he's ready, man. I just knew that every year this cat was gonna get better. Rookie year, 14 points a game, 3 assists, shot pretty bad from the free throw line, shot pretty bad from the charity stripe, but he came back that next year, he put in the work. He didn't even get to play a second summer league because we had the COVID situation, but then he come back 17 points a game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. 41%, 40%, 1% from 3, 40, whatever the case may be, 71% from the free throw line. So now you know that he got another year in to master the NBA even more. Now when he got better players around him, now I do think he go up close to 20. It's going to be hard because you got so, but the way they score the ball, I still think it can happen. I think you might see RJ 19, 20 a game, 6 or 7 rebounds, and I think the 6 going to pop to 5 just because of Fournier and Kemba Walker. You know what I mean? I think they pops up a little bit more even. So I think the maturation is starting to take place, and I do see that young man really having a good year and helping lead the Knicks to where we want to go. And so let's just hope that he stay healthy and everybody stay healthy, CT. And I think that we'd be good to go, man, because I do think, like I said, we 8 days away. I know the fan base is excited. I know I'm excited, man. We got 8 days to go up in this piece, and then, there we go. We back in the building, man. New York Knicks basketball, where it means everything now, because every game we play means something in the standards. And you're gonna see where we at. But I like where we at. I like as an organization. I like as the team where we at, the players. Right now, we're not the talk of the town. We're not for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? We're not in the news like everybody else is. It's amazing. We haven't felt this in a long time, but that's what winning do. That's what winning does. Winning cures all that mess. You know what I mean? We started winning last year. You don't hear it no more. Winning cures all. You know what I mean? So I'm glad they did that. So we just had to see that go, man. But listen, we're going to get into Detroit tomorrow. Detroit in the building. We got them coming in the World Most Famous Arena tomorrow at 7:30, to play the Knicks, man. And let's take a look at their roster, man, and let's see what they got going on, fellas. And that's who they got. They got Sadiq Bey, Cade Cunningham, Jared Cunningham, Hamidou Diallo, Luka Garza, Jeremy Grant, Killian Hayes, Frank Jackson, Josh Jackson, Corey Joseph, Sabin Lee, Isaiah Livers, Trey Lyles, Roddy Magruder, Kelly Olynyk, Jericho Pickett, Chris Smith, Cassius Stanley, Isaiah Stewart, and Derek Walton Jr. And real talk, man, them cats got a lot of injuries right now. That's their lineup. And, so they got a lot of injuries going on with that team right now. We're going to see how it's going to pan out for them. But I give them no chance to win tomorrow night, KJ, none at all.
The matchup we all wanted to see was Deuce versus Cade Cunningham. But the matchup I'm looking for close tomorrow is Garza versus Sims.
Mm-hmm.
That's an important matchup because, we were projected to get Garza. So Garza he can shoot. Not really a post-up player, especially, in college, he was swallowing those guys big time. But, NBA is a different monster. I want to see that. I definitely want to see that matchup big time. The injuries, they put a little damper on it because we like I said, we touched on it earlier as far as what Thibs is going to do. And I think we all believe that he's going to play his starters in the beginning. But I really want to see these young guys. It's important to see our young guys against a young core to see what we're working with for our future. I think that's very important for this team to do it, being that we only have 2 more games left, 1 more game after tomorrow. So that's what I want to see.
Yeah, real quick before I get past to the CT. I tell you what, let's say if even when they start, I tell you what though, Jeremy Grant, they got Kelly Olynyk, so you probably roll with Hamidou Diallo if he play. You got Josh Jackson there, Corey Joseph is a savvy veteran. They got some players, but not enough to even Trey Lyles is a savvy veteran, Roddy Magruder is a savvy veteran. So they'll be able to play us, but it don't bode well for them, CT. I just don't know if they got enough of a tank to deal with us the way we playing.
Yeah, and they're experimenting with a lot of pieces, different dudes, young fellas. They're in full tank mode, essentially, I know they picked up Cade, but they expect to be, in the low lottery again from where the East stands, right now with all the good teams, people that have improved. They will win a few more games with the talent they have, ability to get up and down. But, yeah, tomorrow, it's a perfect opportunity for us to get these young guys ready, maybe play our starters 15 minutes and get them out there. And I think Tom Thibodeau, he will start a traditional lineup just to get guys ready for opening night, just because we're so close. Madison Square Garden, give something for the crowd. But we're with Cade out, with Killian Hayes out. It just spells that we need to give our situational some minutes. All these camp invites, all of that.
Absolutely, man. We got to let them young boys get in there tomorrow and get this thing popping, and before we can go ahead and make it happen. Salute to Balling Down Under. Salute to you, my brother, for coming in. We appreciate you, my man. Real talk. Thanks for coming in, Balling Down Under for sure. Salute to Jay Giant, Boost Mobile, Allow Wise, Esco in the building. Everybody, man. Shaw Powers in the building. Everybody, man. Salute Shine Chubb, Cubes in the building. Excuse me. And we appreciate all y'all, man. The Queen's Court in the building. The Queen of hell to the Queen. You already know what that is. Boost Mobile. Everybody, man. Jarvis in the building. We're gonna open up the panel for y'all, man, in a few minutes. But yeah, man, it's gonna be one of them games where, you know what I mean? let's not get injured, guys. Let's not get injured. Let's not do nothing stupid. Let's just go in there and hopefully we can just play to win, man. Get a good win with the young guys and get up out of there, man. That's for sure.
Hey, Devon and CT also, you know, this young Detroit team, they have players, they have names, and it's almost a comparison to the OKC team with Harding, Westbrook, and Durant and Ibaka at the same time. When you talk about Sadiq Bey, you talk about a Cade Cunningham, you talk about a Trey Lyles. These guys have names that they're talented players, but the experience. So, you know, you look at this team like, wow, how's this team? We don't know what they're going to be, but I don't think I can't see them in the top 10 right now in the East because of the experience level. And I think in a couple of years, we're going to look at it like, you know what? Think about it. These guys got developed in 3-4 years. Some of these guys that might not even be here in 3 to 4 years and may be looking for a trade because it's just the experience. The East got better. Teams got better. So I don't see them going pretty far. They got names. Like, do you guys agree with me as far as like the talent level on that team and will this team even be together?
Yeah, I don't think they go far. That's a lot of competition in the East, but they got a good up and coming team. I tell you that. I like their team. I really do. I think them young guys going to be in a come up in a couple of years. They won't be like us, but I do think them cats in a couple of years they're going to be in that buy-in. They're going to be in that playoff. They will get there. I just think they got a lot of young talent down there. And you know, like I said, between Sadiq Bey and Cade, they had a couple of good drafts back to back. You know, you had Sadiq Bey, you had Cade Cunningham. You know, the jury's out on Killian Hayes, so we'll see. You know what I mean? Right. It's still early. The jury's out on him. But they had a good draft overall, you know, and they're building a good thing down there, man. Obviously, they got the all-star Jeremy Grant, who will be on the cusp of being there. You know what I mean? And I just like what they got down there, man. Josh Jackson, hopefully he's got a chance to revive himself. Hamidou Diallo, slam dunk champ, can jump out the gym from New York. Right. So, you know, so let's see how they go in a couple of years, man. And Cassius Stanley, all them guys, man. But right now they're not ready. You know, they will be ready, but they're not right now. But I do think they got a good foundation to build off of going forward because I just think they got a lot of nice young talent down there, man. So I'm super excited for the Detroit fans in Detroit, man, to have a little team they can look forward to in a couple of years to make that city get popping. So, you know, it is what it is. But before I done playing the New York Knicks, that's a wrap.
No. Also, Devon and CT, I got one more thing. I got a coach that may shock you guys that will be coming to the Knicks, I believe. Can you guys guess the coach I'm about to say? He's currently he's going to come as an assistant coach. He's currently an NBA coach right now. Think long and hard about this. I'm gonna give you guys 5 seconds to think about it.
He's currently a coach.
He's a head coach right now.
Patrick Ewing.
No, head coach in the NBA.
Okay, head coach in the NBA that will be coming to the Knicks. Chat, y'all hit me up with that. I'm gonna have to say,
Out west or east?
CT, I can't give you that. CT.
I'm trying to think too easy. I'm trying to think who connected to Tom Thibodeau. That's the only way I can see this happening.
You guys ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
He's connected to RJ Barrett.
Mike Krzyzewski? Oh no, the NBA. You said. I'm sorry.
Steve Nash.
What? Steve
There
Nash.
you go. And this is why I say this. Now we talk about RJ Barrett's handle. Steve Nash and RJ Barrett, he's RJ Barrett's godfather. If Brooklyn doesn't do what they do, guess what? Coach is gonna go first, right? So can you see them taking and say, you know what, Tom, we need to take we want to bring Steve Nash over here to develop our ball handlers over here. close connection with RJ. RJ is the next star coming up. I can see that happening. Well, Steve Nash will come over there and help coach, not the head coach, but assistant coach, was an NBA coach. I can see. I don't know how the relationship was with Tom Thibodeau is, but I can see Steve Nash coming over here in a couple years when his contract is up. If Brooklyn doesn't do what they're supposed to do, and I would like that for RJ and our young guards, Steve Nash as a coach.
You know who I want to get up in here? Just quickly, Divine, I'll throw it back to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to get up Pablo Prigioni.
Okay.
Mentoring Quickly and McBride.
That defense was serious for Pablo.
For real. That would be, man. Pablo with the real deal. Yo, salute to Muhammad Musa coming up in the chat. Esco, everybody, man. Salute to you cats. And Jarvis, you already know, man. Salute to y'all guys. Here go the the link for the brothers, man. But yeah, man. I don't have a problem with Steve Nash coming in here, coaching some offense in the Knicks uniform. That man, he's a 2-time MVP, world-class ball player in the NBA, got game, you know what I mean? Like I said, obviously to me, he's coaching the best he can. He's not really coaching, but he's coaching in Brooklyn because they don't need no coaching with that team they got the way they feel. You know, Kevin Durant on the team enough basketball, like, okay. But I don't have a problem with that. That was a good one. That's real talk.
Hey, Devon and CT, and plus everything matches. That's the type of offense Steve Nash played in when he was with Phoenix. That up and down the court. If he could come in here and teach guys how to space the floor out, imagine him teaching Quickly, space the floor out, McBride, space the floor out, take your shot up. Nash can shoot the three. You know, so I could see that happening in a couple years if things don't go pan out well for him, Brooklyn.
Yeah, absolutely. Real quick, man. Let me get a plug right quick, and then we'll come right back, man. Give me 30 seconds. We'll be right back. Then the panel can come in if they choose to, and let's get it popping. We'll be right back. Salute, man. We back. Knicks Real Talk. We in the building with KJ Events. CT, the streets is buzzing for sure. We in here, man, talking Knicks tonight. You know, we got a game tomorrow at the world most famous arena against the Detroit Pistons. 7:30, man. We're gonna go in there and hope the Knicks get in there and get it popping. And you know, be 3-0 in the preseason. Crazy because we only one of the few teams that's undefeated in the preseason because Brooklyn took an L against Philly last night. I think Miami was one of the other ones. So, you know, we went in the preseason trying to get it. We wasn't playing around. Thibs, like, we coming here to win. We trying to develop a mentality, and that's what he set out to do. So far, so good. But I think it should be an easy game tomorrow. We'll see how that go, man. And let's get this thing popping, man. 8 days, fellas. 8 days before the get down. Word on. I can't wait, man. I'm excited. Every time this thing count by, I'm like, okay, it's getting closer and closer. You know what I mean? And we get that win tomorrow. Part nice, absolutely. Big game tomorrow, man. We get that. The big game for the young guys, man. Man, I just want to see them cats get in there tomorrow and really get the chance to get down and develop and show their skills. There's gonna be some fun matchups in there, man. I want to see what Jeremy Grant gonna be a good matchup anyway. If he play against Julius Randle, if the starter start, that's gonna be a good matchup. Jeremy Grant is a really good defender, and he's on to come up. So you know you're gonna look out for him. And we'll see what Luka Gardner going to do against Sims or Todd, or Olynyk first, maybe. Maybe I might start Olynyk, then Olynyk go up against Todd, and then Gardner go up against Jericho Sims. And I think that's going to be fun to watch. You know what I mean? I'm excited about that matchup. And too bad the one that we really want to see won't be able to happen. You know what I mean? Like Cade Cunningham, obviously, we want to see what he's going to do. And we want to, Sadiq Bey, we kind of know what he can do. But he's questionable. He's not totally out. So, I mean, they still got some guys down there that can fill some spots. I mean, we'll see how they go. Now, a lot of names that we might not realize that have been doing pretty good in the NBA. But we're going to see, man. You know, we go in there and put our starters in there, CT, for the first couple of minutes. Let them get a little bit of thing going. I wouldn't even bring Kemba Walker to the floor tomorrow, him and Derrick Rose. I wouldn't even bring him out there. Just chill, let him sit, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, why, run amok on them,
Right.
add salt to their wound with all them injuries.
Yeah.
I mean, anyway, it can benefit us by giving these other guys, some run. Like I said, it's a luxury some teams can't afford. Only 4 preseason games. Imagine the confidence that these situationals could head into opening night with, if an injury happens, and they get 20, 25 minutes. We already know Jericho Sims is benefiting from this burn that he's getting, unexpectedly. No one expected him to play 25 minutes both games. And you know what I'm really excited for is the second Washington game as well, the final game, because it's going to be like a mini series, get you ready for the regular season. You beat a team, nights later they come back into your building, juiced up. It's going to be a nice challenge,
Yeah, absolutely, KJ, and that's that you're 100% right, CT, because we want to see how Washington fare against us on the second time around, because it might be different. They might have Rudy Muchamora back, whatever the case may be. They might have some more players back, but all in all, I think we go undefeated in the preseason. I think we sweep these 4 games, get ready to go in there and get ready to start the regular season. So, like I said earlier, it's important, KJ, that we do play these guys and let them get their feet wet a little more. So, just in case during the course of a season somebody go down, they had enough NBA basketball in the first 4 of the games, season, kind of know what they up against when they step in there.
Absolutely, and also kudos to Julius Randle, who's had his second baby.
Yes, sir.
So he's much hungrier now. Another mouth to feed. New York City. So I expect him to play tomorrow too as well. But like I said, we always projecting it. We want to see these young guys tomorrow. We have to see these young guys, the young core in New York City, because they are our future. So we need to see what we have. Can they compete at a high level for maybe 30 minutes per game? Let's see how far, if we stretch them out, how much legs can they have? That's what I really want to see. How much juice they have, and they should have all the juice because they've been playing these starters in practice all day and every day, and they working hard. So we really, really need to see that, please.
Yeah, man. I think he will, though. I truly think that I think he's gonna want to get them guys a chance to get some camaraderie and all that again. Because like I said, it's a long season. He doesn't want to make sure they all play well and gel together. But I do think we see them guys tomorrow. I really believe that they're gonna come in there, man, and put the work in, get a little bit better. I'm dying to see Jericho Sims do this thing, man. I'm now that I've seen him grind, hit the 3 ball 2 times in a row, I'm dying for him to play. I just want to see them boys go in there and pick up where our regular 10 start off at. You know what I mean? Let them guys come in there and get themselves ready. And I want to see. Hopefully, I finally get to see McBride play more minutes. You know what I mean? I want to see him play a stretch of minutes, not just at the cleanup minutes. I want to see him come in there and put that thing into fruition, man. So you already know what it is. D Rose, salute, congratulations. You see that right there? D Rose got engaged. Salute to D Rose. Now that's that ring you pay for, you got to go in there and make it happen now, D Rose. But salute to D Rose, man. He just got engaged, man. Salute to my brother, man. That brother gonna be an important part for us this year, man.
On the court.
Yeah, on the court. Look at that. On the basketball.
On the court. That's legit.
That don't get no sexier than that, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. That is legit right there, man. The brother got married on a Knicks basketball court. Salute to the Knicks for putting the brother in a good spot like that. Salute to you, D Rose, man. Congratulations, man. Hope that thing be long and prosperous and very well. And you and your family just continue to grind, man. That was nice. Thank you, CT, for that, my brother. But yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. Gonna be fun to watch in these next couple of days, man. We really want to see this team get ready to get into the regular season. Like we said, Boston Celtics, 2 people on COVID protocol. Al Horford has COVID, and Jaylen Brown he was in that protocol. I don't know if they'll be back in the season, the first game. Maybe Jaylen Brown possibility, but I know Al Horford probably not. But let's just hope they have a speedy recovery, man. And I know they're not Knicks players, but they're human beings. So let's just hope they they have a speedy recovery, and I hope everything go well with them. They get themselves back to normal, then they can get back on the basketball court and help their team do what they got to do. You know what I mean? But right now, I ain't mad. They come to play the Knicks at the World Famous Arena on the 20th. You got to come in with the horses you got. Next man up. You know what I mean? That means Enes Kanter got to do what he got to do. You know what I mean? Josh Richardson got to fill up that void for Jaylen Brown. But hopefully with us, I'm quite sure Nerlens Noel will be ready. I think Mitchell's getting close. You're right, Lionel Williams. You're right, man. We can't. Man, like he said, so let's see how these cats pan out. But it's gonna be tough, though.
Yeah,
it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I think Bacon is like the forgotten man right now. We would definitely want to see him, so hopefully we can see him tomorrow too as well, right? We want to see him, you know. Bacon, like, let's see what he can do tomorrow. Can he outperform Knox? I think that's an internal competition right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And that Knox look good. Yeah, I'm on. That's what I'm on. You already know a lot. Why I'll go with you, brother. You already know. But yeah, Knox had opportunity to do that the other day, and he stepped up big time. You know what I mean? He stepped up, gave you 4 trade balls, shoot the stroke looked good. He put the work in. He stayed patient, you know, so it worked out well for him. You know, I'm happy for Knox, man. So let's see if Bacon get the chance. If he can get a chance to get in there and do what Knox did the other day, all them cats, I hope Thibs give them all the opportunity on a game like this here, where you know that it's not even worth taking a risk of injury with our older guys and our premier players. I hope they just get to do that, like I said earlier. But we'll see how the ball bounces it up there, man. I think we're gonna be fine with that though, and we're gonna see how it go, man. But I'm excited. One more game in Washington. After what I seen RJ do to Bradley Beal the other night, I'm good, CT. I'm like, okay, I'm not worried about too much. Overall, what I seen from the Knicks in preseason, if that's any how would I say way we're gonna play in the regular season, the way they was moving that ball around and the way they were distributing that basketball, man, I just think it's gonna be tough to beat them boys, man. They keep moving that ball the way they're moving, and then you got to play them on. And then they playing you on a defense and tiring you out. I just think it's gonna be hard to deal with.
Man, the Divine KJ, the chat, the scouting report is going to get out on us real soon, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't take long for news to travel.
Facts.
You know, it'll start with a 4-0 preseason. It'll start with a beatdown on the 20th, national TV, to the to Kemba and Fournier's old squad. You know, then it's going to carry over from that. We might even go 9-1. You know, then you know. Yeah,
we have to start off good, CT. We definitely have to start off fast. I said 5-0 in the beginning. We had teams we got to play. We got to start off out the gate. We have to start quick, and I don't think that. And this is why Thibs is playing these guys like this to tune them up, to get them ready for the season. Because once it's season time, we know that the rotation is going to shorten up. The guys that we're going to love might not play that much, but he has to keep a tight schedule, and whatever it is he has to do to win, we want to win. So one time, you know, once we get close to playoff time, we can rest some of these guys to be prepared for that first game when we play. You know, that's going to be very important.
Yeah, absolutely. It really is, man. But yeah, I think we're good in New York, man. Chad, I think we're good. I think the Knicks get it popping. I think we just go in there and do what we do, and you know, and I think we're gonna have a good season. I really am. I'm really looking forward to what we're gonna do in the World Most Famous Arena this year. We won 41 games last year with a team that's not, to me, is not good as this one. You know what I mean? They're not good as the team we got this year. And so I do think it's going to be real.
Sports fans, gear up at NBAstore.com.
I do think it's going to be important that we go in there and just out the gate, man, win much as we can out the gate. Come out the gate blazing, guns blazing, just go in there with a beat down to anybody we can give. Because you know what, now with the situation with Ben Simmons up back in Philly today for his COVID shot and all that, the team might think they could work that out or work something out. You know, but that makes Philly a little better again if he comes in there and do what he do. Salute to my man D. Ross and everybody, man. Salute D. Ross, and you know, and then you think about the Kyrie situation in Brooklyn. That's a hot mess. Thank God it wasn't New York, because it'd be a hot mess over here right now. We here with that mess. You know what I mean? But I understand it. But I get it. I'm not hating on nobody. I'm just saying, thank God it's not the Knicks. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we don't have too much flack over the last 8-9 years. We don't need no more of that stuff. You know, we in a good position. Our organization looks good. You know, winning cures all. We won last year, so that cured a lot of this noise. But you look at that. You're right, partner. That Philly situation is crazy. Now you got Boston with their situation with the COVID thing. So you look at the East. We got to go in there and win them games, man, and beat these cats up and get ourselves in a good position. And then, like you said, CT, when we get around the trading deadline, depends on how this thing is balling out. If we need to make a move, we make a move. If not, we go in there feeling that we got a team that's going to get us to another level, maybe the second, third round or whatever. And then next year we retool or whatever. We get a disgruntled cat coming here and put us over the top. So, we got a lot of options right now in the RCT, and I just hope that it comes to fruition for sure.
Yeah, and fellas, you know what else outside of no dysfunction? You know what else we don't have that's working against some of these other teams? We don't have any impending free agents, really. Our whole roster's locked up, except for Mitch, which I hope they can, lock that up, sort that out. But no one else. We're basically locked up every player that we can bring back next season if we want, and the season after that. See, all these other teams got to deal with the Simmons thing, the Dame thing, Brooklyn, like you said. Everything's uncertain right now, but the Knicks got as much certainty as any franchise in the league right now. We have a coach in his second year and a 5-year deal. Leon Rose, second year of a 5-year deal. Everything's locked up, ironclad.
That just goes to show that the franchise is investing into you, and players do want to come here, and they see everything you just mentioned, CT. They want to come here now, and I think Thibs Thibs wants his redo. Let's not forget, Thibs was assistant coach from '96 to 2004 on this very Knicks team, so he wants a redo to live up to what he did back then with those players to now these players. He never wanted to leave New York, and before New York, he was in Philadelphia. So he learned to guard Dana Barrows, Allen Iverson, Jarvis Stackhouse. So Thibs had all these players. And if you look at all these teams, he always had experience on these teams. And he's doing the same thing. He has not forgot what he brought from Minnesota to Chicago. Now here in New York, it's the same pieces, the same pedigree he did. And he's not going to change it for nobody.
Yeah, absolutely. I second that, man. So we are in a good spot, guys. But like I said, it kicks off in another 8 days, brother. Word is born. That's going to be fun. We will be up in the building. Knicks Real Talk, AJ. We have my man CT doing a simulcast, get it popping. It's going to be fun. We're going to be live in direct and effect. Y'all already know, man. So just stay tuned, man. Y'all get ready for the season, man. It's going to be a fun one. I thought last year was a nice one, but we won 9 games in a row. You know what I mean? New York was on fire. The New York City Gritty Committee was in the building. They're going to be back in the building this year, man. So just watch out for this team, and let's just hope that everything goes according to plan and everybody stay healthy. You know what I mean? And we go in there and compete every night and let people know that the New York Knicks is back. We here. You know what I mean? Because I really from analyzing and observing what we got going on down there, bringing in the 2 main things that we needed to fix. We said it all off season, all before we even started dealing with the trade. The free agents. We said we needed to take care of that 1 and that 3. We took care of the 1 and the 3 with a 10 year.
Yeah, voice coming in and out.
Yeah. Yeah, Devon, you're still going in and out. But Devon, the main question I got to ask you, since you're going to be in the building next Wednesday with me, when we get to New York City, what is the first meal you're going to get in New York City for that Knicks game? I'm talking about outside, not inside the arena, outside the arena. What do you want?
I want I know that much.
Okay, hold on. Hey, Devon, you going in now? So I'm gonna tell you what I want. Into the chat. If you've ever been in New York City, and I had mentioned this before, they have these carts. They serve their lamb with their rice, with their salad, with their white sauce. I'm stopping there first. It used to be $5. They probably up to the $7, right? That's how I'm starting my night off in New York City. I need one of those nice greasy carts because I need this feel the freshness when I walk into that arena and Kemba is coming back. First game of the year. I need that in me. I need that grease in me. I need to get fresh. I need to get started. I need that in me first. And then wherever the night goes, it leads us to, and we get to that arena and we get in there and it's all love from all Knick Nation all around. All the other podcasters are going to be in the building. We're going to have the Knicks Real Talk banner in the building, the hats, the shirts, just representing New York City, the tri-state area, and Knicks Nation all around. Not just New Jersey, New York. We got Knicks fans all over. CTU in Australia, we got Knicks fans everywhere. So, Devon, again, from you, what is your meal that day?
I just want I want a real good
nice New York slice.
Yeah.
And Kemba slice some ankles.
Yeah.
Along with that, right? That'd be a good veggie pizza slice right there. But yeah,
Okay.
I'm looking for.
All right.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, man. I'm excited about it, man. I know the fan base is excited about it, y'all. And if you ain't in the building, we'll be in the building with you in spirit. I'm representing the chat. I'm representing all the Knicks Real Talk family. I'm up in the spirit. Y'all gonna be in there. I'm gonna have a podcast going. He's on the phone anyway. Shout out to Live. We're gonna have fun up in there. And I'm going to meet a lot of people who I want to meet. I get to meet the Queen. I get to meet Sim and all these guys who I've been on podcasts with, but never got to meet them physically. So it's going to be good to meet a lot of people that I always seen on these streams and everything, and get to see them in person, man, and physically show them some love and give them some thanks for support Knicks Real Talk. So I'm going to be happy about that, man. I'm more excited because see this back there, man. I'm happy excited about it because I think like that we in here, man, and it's gonna be fun.
Right. Your pudge nice. You're right. It's no bad seats in the garden. He's right about that. Any seats you get, you can see is very good seats in the MSG. So you're right about that. And Devon, I'm excited to meet some of the other people too, because we'll be together meeting for the first time in New York City. So let's just have a great night that night. And I just believe that night, Kimba's gonna go off. Kimba is going to go off that night in New York City. Oh, my goodness.
Against his old squad.
We can only imagine. We see how many three-pointers they're putting up now. They might just go bananas in that garden with the threes and the high-power offense and just the love. It's going to be like a playoff atmosphere in there.
Chippy. Yeah, I was going to say, it's going to get chippy in there with Marcus Smart. You know, I don't know if Brown will make it. I think Brown might be ready. Maybe not Horford. Yeah,
absolutely. I tell you what, though, that it's gonna be live, 19,000, 20,000. Oh man, it's gonna be fun, brother. I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna be fun. But you know what? Let's hope we go in there in that game, and then we come in that start lineup with the five that we projected to start for the Knicks. Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Nerlens Noel. Really get that popping that night. Knicks is 6. We almost off. Give me a few minutes, but we only got a few anyway, but I still throw it up there. But you know what? I'm excited about it, man. I just want to see us go in there and bang on Boston. I want to see Fournier and I want to see Fournier and Kemba Walker going in against that older team they played with last year and get it popping. All right, Lawad, I'm looking for you, brother, for real, man.
Shah says, hit me up. Is he going to be in the building?
Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all gonna be there. Yo, I'm gonna find a way before next week to reach out, get you cast numbers. And I drop mine or whatever, and we before we can meet and greet each other, man. And because I really appreciate all you brothers and sisters, man. I'm supporting Knicks Real Talk, man. As I try to grow this platform and bring it to you guys, man. Because it's from a fan for the fans. Without you guys in the chat and watching the show, it ain't no Knicks Real Talk, man. Without y'all, it ain't nothing. You know what I mean? I just be a man on a microphone and the camera. But I really appreciate you guys supporting the show, man, and all that good stuff. And we gonna definitely get it popping up in there, taking some pictures, selfies, whatever. You know what I mean? So every time we come on this platform, I've been wanting to do this for a while, so I can get you guys in a montage, all you guys in a montage. So whoever gonna be there, we gonna get it popping, man. We gonna keep this family love going, man. So salute to all y'all, man.
Yes, sir.
Real talk.
Right. To everything Divine saying, Divine, you going in and out. Hey, Pudge Nice, Otherwise, I'm with Divine that day, so we all gonna link up. Some way, somehow, we gonna link up and let's really get it going because you guys are family, and this is what Divine, Knicks Real Talk, and CT Trees was in the building. We are one big family, and we're just trying to keep expanding and to meeting. And hopefully, we can take road trips together as Knicks fans to some of these arenas, not just in New York or New Jersey, but we can go down to Charlotte. We can go Philadelphia. We can go down to DC. You know, we can have our own bus someday. Why not? You know, we are the fan. We're big, and so we all come together and let's have a great time and let's get out. Now we just got to bring CT over here. Now we got to get CT out here one day, and we all gonna link up.
Let's not forget about BX. You know, in Orlando, Game 2, he's going to be there in the flesh, giving Knicks Real Talk inside look.
That's right. The Knicks going to be down there, man. Return of the Knicks going to be in the building in Orlando on that Friday. So you're going to get it popping down there, man. BX Sports Jedi Network going to be in the house. We all going to get this thing popping, man. We all going to link up. Absolutely, shout power. We're going to just do this thing, man. And after the game, just enjoy some talk and chat, man. And when I'm at, man, I can say, man, I got to meet the league, man. Y'all meet. It's gonna be fun. I look forward to it, man. You know, Knicks Real Talk. We all over the place, man. We're gonna try to get in there and get it popping. You know, and it's gonna be like CT. You know, KJ. I'm looking for the Knicks to go in there and have a good game. I'm really gonna be excited about it. I think we come out there with a victory, and you know, start off like the season 1-0. Then we go down to Orlando, try to go down there in BX territory, popping down here. We come back and feeling good. That's coming out the gate. You know, and I think it's gonna be fun, sure. Yes,
absolutely.
Indeed. Yes, indeed. We're gonna blow the roof off the garden.
Game 1,
yeah.
Game 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Y'all run amok, man, with the thumbs up, like and subscribe. We're gonna be in there. I'm excited, man. So let me ask y'all a question, the chat and everybody. I'm going with KJ 9-1 in the first 10 games. I don't know why I'm gonna have to put it out there, 9-1 like KJ. Yeah, give me some thoughts in the first game. I think we got a chance to be special after what I seen in the first game. You know what I mean? For real.
I think CT said that 9-1. You know what? I'm reevaluating mine. I'm going for a full sweep. First 10-0.
Wow. You know, when I said 9-1, I was just talking from the heart. You know, that just came out of nowhere. But I said it. I put it out there. The way I'm seeing this, I remember I said in my chat, I said after preseason, I will give you my, you know, definitive, you know, season number. You know, I just want to see what we look like for 4 games. You know, brand new squad, new players.
Yep.
It's looking pretty. You know, 2 games in. The thing is, I know we're playing subpar opponents, but that's what you need. You need to dispose of them. You know, I already saw what I saw last year with Philly, Brooklyn. We took them all away with a squad that we had last season. This season, you know, it's like, you know, it's going to be like never before. You know, basically, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no see the different place. Not always going 110, 150, some nights 120. Till we might crack 130 on a good night. You know what I mean? The team is going to be in the building that, you know, like I said, man, they're going to be holding it down. It's going to be fun to watch, and it's going to be exciting. And like I said, we can't worry about all the other teams. We just got to, you know, do like Artie and them said. We got to worry about the Knicks. Don't even worry about everybody else. The only time you worry about them is when they're in front of you, and they still shouldn't be a worry. I think if we play our A game every night, go hard every night, put our foot forward every night, we'll be able to compete against any team. I don't care who it is. We'll be able to compete. You know, and that's why I'm confident in what we got going on down there, just from, you know, the continuity we brought back, the better players we brought in, the key positions that we filled, the good draft, you know, the signing the right people, you know, good structured contracts, flexibility with the contracts, a good picks. You know what I mean? So it's a reason to be very optimistic about what we got going on down in New York, man. And the UCats in New York, man, y'all know, man, that team represents y'all, man. That team represents New York City. That's y'all makeup right there. That's that gritty, grimy, hard, go to the grill type people, man. And that's what Tom Thibodeau brought back to the Knicks, and they showed and proved last year with 41 wins. You know what I mean? Fourth in the Eastern Conference. In a lackluster playoff, but that's all right. You learn off your mistakes and you get better. You come back the next time and you put your work in. And so let's see if that's what's going to transpire. And if it does, guys, we're going to be looking forward to a great season.
And let's not forget about Mitch Robb. The man's getting real close, according to reports today. KJ, that could be the surprise packet. Maybe,
right? Yeah.
Maybe opening night he plays like off the bench.
Ooh, man.
And you know what, CT? Even if so, so the game we're looking to project news is that Milwaukee game, which is November the 5th. Mitch may come back just that game. We beat Milwaukee in the beginning last year so I could see us going 10-0 that first game. I mean, that first 10 games, we can go possibly 10-0. I mean, I looked at the schedule. I'm like, man, why not? The majority is all East Coast teams. So I can see it. And we start off 10-0, guys. Or whatever, 8-2, 9-1. When the last time we had a record like that in the beginning of the year? Within the past 10 years, I can't remember one time we were had a record like that: 8-2, 7-3, 9-1, 10-0. Not 10-0, but those records. If we start fast in the beginning, it's going to be hard for people to catch up to us because now you're playing catch-up ball on the records, and we know how tight it gets towards the end of the year. We don't want to be able to change. We want to keep an even pace and have teams catch us so we'll be able to rest people throughout the year, So I can see he's going easy 10-0 at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Fight, bro. But you know what? Anything can happen. We know it's association, but from what I see, there's a good chance we really go in there and do what we got to do, man. I'm a confident man. I'm really not even second guessing this team just by by the way we play basketball now and being able to move that ball on that perimeter like that. This team is going to be hard for teams to slow that down. The thing about you got to chase the ball that way consistent for 8 minutes. You got to chase that ball around for 8 minutes, and our defense putting pressure on you. By the third quarter, a lot of teams gonna be worn out. And you got that second unit coming in running and gunning the way they running and gunning. You know what I mean? I think that takes a toll after a while on anybody. I mean, for that matter. So if there's any indication of the way they played in preseason, the way they're gonna play in the regular season, which I think they are, because they talked about it. When I love about what I've seen, I talk. They take good shots. They just take good shots. And I think that's going to be a principle. You got a lot of teams shoot a lot of ball in the NBA, but they're not good shots. You know what I mean? And prime example, when we played Washington the other day, when Bradley Beal he backed him down. See, to me, that was a bad play because he should have kicked that ball out to somebody. When you had Kemba Walker coming over back, Todd Gibson on the left, you had to go with that ball, but you forced it. See, the Knicks ain't doing that. They moving that ball around because that play would have got that ball to Obi. And the way they moving that ball, I just think it's special, and I think it's gonna be hard to beat them if our defense stay top 10 in the league and that offense take that step. They're gonna be dangerous, and that's real talk right there.
Which other teams added 16 points to the starting lineup, Divine? Our defense can regress, and we still gain more points, and we could still win more games. Just points alone. KJ. There were nights we struggled to hit 100 points. This year, it's not going to be a problem at all. RJ Barrett shooting 50% from 3 on this preseason so far.
And TT, to your point, we just seen a team put up 117 points without their leading scorer, which is Julius Randle, in a preseason game. So that should tell you alone, without our leading scorer, we could put triple digits up on you anytime. And the thing I like about Thibs is if he sees the team slacking or losing the lead, he'll call a timeout to calm them down, and he'll get on you. And that's very important. To my point is, if the team sees that this year, they got enough vets to pull them to the side, to relax yourself, to get back in it. That's why I said I don't really see us getting. I mean, anybody can get blown out, but I don't really see us getting down by a 20-point lead by someone. It can happen just because the way our team is constructed and what Thibs is going to, he's going to yell at you and sit you down and put other players in. And we just have too much firepower for that to even happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. You know what's interesting to me, everybody in the chat, and salute to everybody out there watching, man, wherever you're streaming in from. We appreciate y'all coming to support the show. Thank you so much. Crazy to me, like now you won't see them playing from behind a lot first quarter. You know what I mean? They got a chance to really, go out there and be ahead of a lot of games in the first quarter. You know what I mean? With that scoring they got, the Knicks could knock down three pointers real quick. Let's say Noel or Mitch, whoever in there, get a couple of chippies. They already. I mean, I think they're gonna be close to 25 to 27, 28 a game regularly. I just think they're going to be on it regularly, and I think they're going to be hopping. I think they now going like it now. We'll see, man. They started 27, 28 a quarter. You know, it's game over. You know what I mean? They average 30 is game over. That's 120 right there. It is game over for the NBA with that defense. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm piggybacking off of. It's that they defense. They added a good defense and improved offense at a higher level, like CT says, 16 points a game more in the starting unit. And then you bring it back Mitch when he played so many games. Then you bring it back. I mean, it's just going to be tough, man. Like I said, you think 41 wins or something. I know like we always say, we say it every stream, the East got better, the Knicks got better too. And our offense got more better. So let's go. Let's go, CT. Let's get this thing popping. Start this show, man, so we can get it.
Yeah, straight facts. I know you guys are going to get a nice meal in you, get your energy up. You're going to be hollering all game long. Hey, that intro, you got to record that for me live. When Michael Chesky says,
oh yeah.
Oh, here's a question for you all. Here's a question: are they going to announce Kemba last? Would that be a slight on Randall, or are they going to announce Kemba first and Randall last?
You know what? I think Randall's so good. I think Randall's so professional. He know the moment. I think Randall understands the moment, how big it is for Kemba. He don't care. I think Randall probably wanted to do that. That's real talk because he's that type of dude. That would be last.
Yeah, I agree. I think Randall has class and he knows the moment, being that he's the Bronx-born kid from New York City, played Rice High School, Connecticut, right there. He needs to let Kemba have that moment because you don't see moments like that ever. He might not ever see a moment like that ever. He won't see a moment like that ever. First game back, New York City, born and raised, played street, like that's an important moment for him. So I believe Randall knows he's going to give him that moment. It's like any moment, like somebody might go back to their hometown and play. They got to give them the ball a lot. And that's why I say be prepared for Kemba to really show off that night in Madison Square Garden. And I can't wait to be witness to that, CT and Devon.
Yeah, real quick. Don't worry about that. You tell but when you sweat that, it's all good. You'll be back on with, on the next show. We just ain't gonna be here too long. That's why I didn't open up to you. But you good, my brother. Don't you worry about that. Real talk. But yeah, man, it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun deciding. I'm happy for all of us, man, Knicks fans. We were waiting for this for a minute, but the energy in the air is spectacular right now. You know what I mean? It's really spectacular. I'm excited about, the way we feeling about this team and what's going on, moving ahead. And we just got to keep hope and pray we stay healthy and everything like that. Hope Thibs, that coaching staff get the best out of these players all season long, and just go and get it. We get in the playoffs, get out that first round, anything can happen. And I think we gonna surprise a lot of teams in the NBA because we always getting counted out. I mean that's fine. Let the sleeping dogs lie. That's all good. No, let us be the underrated, unpredictable. We come in there, smash these cats. That's what's gonna happen anyway. You know what I mean? Because we got a structure that nobody cannot question. Veterans, mid-tier veterans, you know, and all that good stuff, man. Yeah, I know Boost Mobile. That's why I'm probably gonna get out because I know the sound is acting crazy. But you know, but yeah, man, I'm happy about it, man. And tomorrow, guys, you already know the streets are buzzing. It's gonna be in the building tomorrow. CT, give them a plug. What time you coming on tomorrow, fam?
Yeah. So I'll be on from 5 o'clock Eastern, all the way till tip off. Then we're going to do our thing post game. Plenty to chop up as well. Knicks Real Talk will be in the building. KJ Dub will probably be in the building. Yeah, let's do it. You know, we'll go 3-0. We'll do our predictions. Hey, it's going to be fun doing our predictions. Thinking, how much can we put up on Detroit?
Yeah. And I understand, Boost Mobile. I know we having a little technical difficulties at the end of the show right now with the audio. But KJ, man, holla at your boy, man. Let me know what's up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, okay, you good?
Yeah, man. So what's going on with you, man? Give me some thoughts before we get out the show today, man. Holla at me.
Like always, man, I appreciate for your time, you and CT, for giving me the opportunity to come on and express our beloved Knicks as always. Like always, let's keep growing this brand. Knicks Real Talk, Streets is Buzzing. Continue to like and share the love of both platforms. We have a lot more things to come up with, a lot more shows being discussed for us all. We're going to give you Knicks content all day and all night, and that is the plan. And we can't wait to meet all you guys on the 20th. We can't wait to be civilized, Shop Howers, all everybody. We want to see a lot of people in that building that day. And as always, guys, I believe our Knicks, we are destined. You know, we have opportunities here that we haven't had in a long time. And I look forward to seeing everything we talked about come to light. And it's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Real quick, man, you know what I did, man. You know how I get down, man. I got to do the roll call. We're going to get the roll call popping off. Start with Knicks is 6, the chat, Boost Mobile, Pudge, Nice, Be Civilized. You know, the crew, man, everybody, man. D-Roz, Jarvis in the building, Knicks at 6. You know, we all up in here today, man. We appreciate y'all. Shop Powers, Pudge, Nice again. You know, all you guys, man, thank y'all for supporting the show. Let me keep going. You know, we got the Allah Wide piece to the God. He up in the building. Everybody up in the building tonight, man. Great show, great participation. We just keep this thing popping, man. It's just the start of everything, man. We gonna be coming up. Everybody, man. Thank y'all so much for coming in tonight, throwing support. Lionel Williams, my man. Lionel, salute to you. And with my man, I can't forget him. Tim Smith in the building as well, over there across in Jamaica. He's over there getting it. Smith getting it popping. Esco was in the building tonight. In the chat, man, everybody, man, you cats is great, man. Thank y'all so much for being here for a brother and the crew. Y'all already know right here, man, I got the piece of buzzing. It's buzzing. Y'all already know KJ and Vince is in the building with us. And I'm going to do KJ a favor because I would. I'm going to have to throw it on him. Yo, here go the lyrics and the beat for that montage that I always play at the beginning of the show. Here go a preview of the lyrics and the beat, a little something from Knicks Real Talk, man. Let's get it.
We got the lights on for you real quick.
So let's get
Hey, chat, I know Devon going in and out, but let me tell you something about this.
Grind. It's a night show. It's Real Talk. It's a night show. We on that prime time grind. It's Real Talk. It's Real Talk. Yeah. That's what's up. We're gonna get it popping, man. Live and direct up in here. Yo, salute. So y'all know that the promo song going to when I put it on that I was showing earlier. It's gonna get it popping. It's real, man. We out here, man. Salute to all y'all people, man. Real cop. Be safe out there, man. And y'all be safe. Take it easy. You know, get ready for the game tomorrow night. Get back in your residence. Be safe. Y'all already know the deal. COVID-19 out there, man. Be safe. Just take care of yourself. Wash your hands, wear your mask if you have to, on your own judgment. Ain't telling nobody what to do. Just telling you to be safe and do your thing, man. And we'll talk. We see y'all in the next one. And what a good night. KJ, the streets are buzzing. Is in a building. We out of here. We talk to y'all soon, man. Here's the promo again. Let's go.